This one's for Jill. This is a ride around Street 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've moved into the bottom of Street 1, and just past that green fence is the Saigon River. All the motorbikes are out the front for this huge apartment block going up in the compound. We'll go for a bit of a drive in the up Street 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hello? It's our lady who minds the bikes. Okay. Fairly quiet at our end of the street, no passing traffic, and that work across the road's pretty well finished by 4:30 or 5 o'clock. Okay, Street 1 onto Dien Road. British School you can see in the distance. Vino's wine shop here. Nice little wine shop, and this is Street 2. Okay, house being built. Lovely narrow little street. Loads of trees for shade. And we get all these little cross streets as well. Street 1, right up towards Street 4 or 5. Let's keep riding. Some lovely houses along here, and some really traditional old single-storey places. There's not as many of those left now. We've got the flag up because tomorrow's National Day, celebrating the independence of Vietnam from France and Japan after the war. And as we come up here, we're now at the back of our house, which we have to get the garden to tidy because everyone's leaving their rubbish there. So this is our back gate. It's our house. We need to get all this cleaned up. Go into Street 3. This area is known as Bau Chi, which has something to do with journalists and writers, and this was journalists' quarter during the American War or Vietnam War. More houses going up. Oops, here we go. Very end of the street, and they've actually got access down onto the river. Let's have a quick look. Xin chào. Just come and have a look. Oh, no more. Oh, okay, can't come. All right, okay. So here we go. There's a guy out in the river there doing his stuff. But here, they're back on the bike. Last rotten timing, could have actually squeezed through. So, anyway, we're nice and close to the river. So we'll back up here without putting a nail in. And we're off. This time, street number 3, Dodonk. This is journalist quarters. Apparently the first part of Thao Dien with houses, the rest of it was rice fields and temples. Now it's all fairly well built up. There's a family I've met through school whose grandmother was living here 20 years ago as a French journalist. And the thing is, the streets 2, 3, 4 and 5, they get quite narrow, so it's going to be hard to get a bike and a car past, so we might just stop up here. Toyota Renova. There we go, another Vietnamese flag. Cross Street. Another house being built there. Wow, another big old house going up. Xin chào. Still some old stuff here, people living in small rooms, a few more flags. As to whether the people of the south are quite as happy, someone I was talking to just suggested maybe they're not. Another big place going up here. So this is Street 3. Come back out on Thao Dien Road. Shops there. Now we come into Street 4. And I've got to go find Jill's place. There's Jill and Graham. I think we're 20A in Street 5. A few flags up. Another house going up. All these flags up. I actually wore my Vietnam flags ties the last few days to recognise Vietnam's birthday. Let's go down Street 4 and we'll come back to Street 5. Let's see. There's something else looking a bit knocked out and overgrown. Looked at loads of houses in these streets when we first arrived, and then when we looked at moving again. Here we are, all the way down to the end again, nice and quiet by the river. I might just turn. It's quite interesting. I don't know where that is over there. It's got to be the back of one of the compounds you can get to over near Biss. Might get over and see if we can see the river. So, this is Street 4. The only way to keep Jill watching this video right to the end was to leave Street 5 at the end. Alright. Hey, a dog. Street 5 is fairly short, so we'll go this way. I think Jill said 20A. I have been to the house once or twice. Let's see. Some rather ramshackle looking places here. Now with Jill and Graham. Oh, this is where Jill used to live. She was number 20A. So there's Jill's house for you. There you go, Jill. And either no one living there at the moment or nobody at home. It's a cool little shop here that sells, they're closed, sells beer at a reasonable price. This is the top end of Street 5, doesn't go any further. say we're pretty much middle of the day. It's really nice light around here, afternoon and morning. There's a guy earning a few dollars, probably not the easy way. Let's just go up to the top of Street 4.